Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Wednesday the 11th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day outside. Got this morning, fairly decent time, got to stay in bed a little longer than normal, because I didn't have the old dog with me, and wasn't as concerned about these dogs pooping and being on my floor like he does and whatnot, so I was able to stay in bed it wasn't long, but a little bit better time frame. So went ahead, from there I got up, got the dogs outside, got the one fed. I kind of feed them out separately. One takes a lot longer than the other, so I kind of gave them a little food, and that one ate it real quick. Then when I wait till get a little more time to give her food, because she's a lot slower eater, so it takes longer to do. So she also has a little bit of food aggression towards the little dog, so I kind of got to watch her a little closer. But went ahead, hopped in the hot tub, got that in there for a little bit, got a nice little soak on. From there, I got a couple other things done in the house. I ran over, fed the cats real quick, got that taken care of, got back to my place, hung around with the dogs, had a meet and greet that was scheduled out. We talked about that got canceled. They'd been asking a bunch of questions and whatnot, whatever, and then eventually I asked them, we do the meet and greet, we schedule, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go a different route. I don't think Rover's a good fit for me. And I'm like, can I ask why? Like, what about the app? I don't know if there's some weird scheduling or what it is and stuff. And they're like, oh, it just costs way too much. I mean, I love my dogs and all, but their stay is gonna cost more than my whole trip costs. And I'm like, then your trip is way cheap, because I charge it's like 25, 30 bucks a day. Like, it's not that much. So I don't know where you're traveling at that rate for that price, but I'm like, okay, there's nothing I can do for you, because I'm not. Now, there are repeat customers I've offered discounts to and stuff, and extended long stays and that I've offered discounts to, but you've already, asked a bunch of weird questions, and you're kind of paying the butt. You don't answer my questions. It takes me multiple tries. It's not worth me. I just don't want to work with you anyway, so I'm good with it. So that was over and done with, so I got that one archived in the app and whatnot and all that good fun stuff. Had another meet and greet, met a little poodle, skittish little poodle, little toy poodle and stuff. I think it'll be fine, just a little skittish in that. He came over, the guy was a little backwards and stuff, a little, just kind of, you can tell he's kind of a strange person, but nice enough guy. We chatted a little while on that. He headed home, got booked up, it's all set to go, so we're good to go there. I went out and walked Teddy, and meantime I had the two dogs plus Bruce in my house, and they're getting along great. I went ahead and actually gave Teddy a much longer walk than I have been giving him, just from the fact that I didn't have, normally I've been bringing like one of the dogs and stuff with me and whatnot out there, and it seems to it is what it is. So I basically went ahead and was able to take him. I didn't have to take the dogs with me, so without having to take them with me, I didn't have to worry about it. So I was able to say the heck with it, and had more time to spend with Teddy. So we got a nice long walk in, which is always nice. Spent a little more time out there, walked all around the inside circles and stuff, little like the dirt trails and stuff, and let him chase a couple lizards and all that good fun that comes with it. So that was nice. Got back, dropped the key out to my wife, talked to her for a little bit. Came back to the house here, was able to chill out with the dogs, just kind of hang around, nothing major, just made it a fairly simple, lazy day. A couple other things going on, but just nothing important. So went ahead, my wife headed out to Teddy's again for the afternoon, for the evening, spend the night, and Mom and I had leftovers. Actually, I went and got my run in. Got a little bit late on my run, so it wasn't a big hurry. So went and got a nice little decent run in. Actually went down and looked at the 10 acres of land that I'm trying to buy also. Or I don't know if I'm really trying to buy yet. I'm researching buying, I guess. I'm not really trying to buy it yet, but researching buying it. So went down, looked at it, actually kind of walked through it again and stuff, kind of get a general idea, a part of it, and kind of just try to make the decision, man. It's $200,000 for basically 7 acres of wetland and 3 acres of dry, and it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for the thing. But I mean, truthfully, $200,000 even for the 3 acres of dry is pretty good price. You break it down. So the average price when you get into larger chunks is about $100,000 an acre, which is, it'll cost me $100,000 an acre to dry that land out, from what I've been told. So it put me in about $1 million on that 10 acres, which is what it would be. So 800,000 probably dried out, 200,000 to buy it. So I'm looking at $1 million, which would be the 10 acres. So yeah, and I could, if I wanted to, I could throw a street down the middle, put a little cul-de-sac at the end, and sell off little quarter acre or even less lots throughout the whole thing, and make a shit ton of money in like a little tiny housing complex, and go from there. But I don't want to do that. I want to have land. I want to have my own space. I just don't know if I can afford to buy the land and build both. So it is what it is. Very, very taxing and very whelming. I also had a weird little mini freak out. Opened up the bank account and saw that we had like $200,000 missing out of my bank account, and I was like, what the hell happened here? And then realized, I scrolled down, my wife had moved it to a different account, which I'd asked her to do. I didn't know when she was going to get it done, and when I opened up the app, where the money was the second one down. So I had my business account, then that account, and she moved it down to one of our other savings accounts, which I had to scroll down for, which was not a problem, except I did have a tiny little mini freak out in the process. So I called her and gave her a hard time. She goes, I legitimately just moved that money like 5 minutes ago, so I didn't have time to call you. I'm like, well, if it's been 5 minutes, you have time to call me. You know, he's kind of laughing and joking and stuff right there. So, but the money's still in our account. We didn't have somebody hack our stuff and steal our money and whatnot, but it was still in that nerve-wracking. Ended up having leftover meatloaf and some potatoes left over. My mom made like a simple little suddenly salad thing, whatever, and knocked that thing out as we had for dinner. So, but yeah, other than that, got done with dinner, headed back outside, had myself a little cigar, put the lights on the dogs, watched the dogs run around a little bit and whatnot, and they had themselves a real good time as well. So finally, eventually, got the call from my wife saying she was going to bed because she goes to bed way before I do, and I headed inside after that, grabbed myself some Doritos and watched a little bit of Netflix and ate some Doritos before I finally wrapped it up and called it a day. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.